And Lady Nicholson is the executive chairman of the refugee charity AMAR, as well as a UK peer. She joins me now from Brussels for more analysis on the issue. Very, very grateful for your time, Lady Nicholson. Now, what do you make of the fact that refugees are being offered this sum to leave Belgium, but also the fact that they're specifically Iraqi refugees?
Belgium is in an awful mess on its own immigration policy. As you know, Brussels is not a safe city at all. There are areas of Brussels from which the most appalling atrocities have been being carried out. I don't think Belgium's judgment on this is particularly good. And I'm really puzzled as to why they've chosen a batch of Iraqi refugees to turn back somewhere. They're flooded out with all sorts of people in Brussels and in Belgium, for example. And I can't really see the logic of this. I don't understand it, and I doubt very much if it's a good judgment. Now, there are many areas of Iraq that are completely safe. I was there myself in Baghdad only 10 days ago. I visit regularly as chairman of the AMAR Charitable Foundation because we're helping 1 million IDPs and refugees. But I'm not suggesting that these cases should be sent back themselves. They may very well have a well-founded fear of persecution. Belgium should think again.
And certainly off the back, I mean, even today alone, a double bombing, killing over 30 people. So regardless of whether there may be some safe places, it certainly doesn't sound too safe when we report on things like that. But in saying that, 24 people have actually signed to go home. So what does it say perhaps about the way they're being treated in Europe? I mean, is it a case of many people being disillusioned with the life that they thought that they might have in Europe?
This is a very, very difficult region, Syria and Iraq. If you look at Anbar province in Iraq, the AMAR Foundation is working in 17 of the 18 provinces, but even we don't go into Anbar. And in Baghdad itself, where I understand these refugees are being supposedly sent back to, bombs, huge bombs this morning, yesterday and the day before, hundreds of deaths. Is this really a sane and sensible policy? But I question again Belgium's own competence on this. Belgium in Brussels has a nest of ferocious people who are the ones who carried out the attacks in Paris. They've been trying to carry out attacks elsewhere. And I think that Belgium can look at her own internal policies and try to clean up her act before turfing other refugees out.
But what is about the life in Belgium that perhaps has these 24 people signing up to actually be sent back to Iraq? Are many people finding that they can't fulfill their dream of a new life in places like Belgium?
There are tremendously good things happening in Iraq. People are fighting very hard against ISIL and Daesh. But the fact of the matter is this is the front line against the world's most violent organization in the globe at the moment. And British troops, American troops, French troops, Iranian troops, as well as Iraqi troops, were all fighting very, very hard indeed to push back ISIL. It really doesn't help to have a whole new batch of people coming in who will turn out and go as soon as they possibly can. These people have decided that they are in danger in Iraq. Whether they're right or wrong, I don't know, because I haven't examined their cases, and I'd like to look at their case files. I wonder if the Minister for Migration has done that of Belgium himself. You need to be very, very careful before you turn someone back to an area where they believe they're going to be killed. Many, many people are being killed for their beliefs, particularly the Yazidis, the Christians, the Mandeans, the Shabak, all religions, including the Shia, as well as some Sunni. They're being executed in most horrific ways. I urge the Minister for Migration to think most seriously again. He should come with me to Baghdad and have a look.
Well, certainly would be an interesting trip indeed. Lady Nicholson, thank you very much for your time. Very much appreciated. Lady Nicholson in Belgium for us there.